For Marshall Brook from Old Line, the 86 of Ken Lenda. And going in the 12th of line row, car number 63 for Jeff Cook. Going scratch on the field, car number 06 for Tom Ivory. Once again, the field looks to wind him up on the turn number 4. Danny Cordway looks to send off the field as Howard Gernhardt wins the drag race down to turn number 1. After that, side-by-side action is the order through the turns. Paul Dorothy being challenged by the 52 of Crazy Charlie. Then it's Rob Lozniak in the 66X. Side-by-side. The field works away on a turn number 4. We look to click off lap number 1. Howard Gernhardt, the only one racing by himself at the present time. Gernhardt is your current leader. Field looks to swap a little paint out of turn number 1. Everybody stays pointed the right direction. 15 laps. There's a distance in the second 15 lapper, sponsored by the fine folks out of AC Delco and Acme Auto Parts. Howard Gernhardt, Paul Dorothy back to second. There's Crazy Charlie, Ken Cassidy. As car pulling out of line, it's the 30 of Kevin Mason. Mason keeps the car pointed in the right direction. Now Scott Souza in trouble with the 2X. Souza going around with that automobile. That'll bring out the first caution. Green flag, back out, 2 down, 13 laps remaining out of turn number 4. Continues to be Howard Gernhardt. Gernhardt looking for a second feature victory this season with car number 36. Crazy Charlie again up to challenge Paul Dorothy for that runner-up position. Crazy Charlie has it. Dorothy looking to challenge, return back up to challenge. Ken Cassidy loose out of turn number 4. He looks to go around, gets the car pointed in the right direction. Nice piece of driving on behalf of Cassidy. However, he's a long way back from where he'd been running. Meanwhile, Joey Coates now up to the 4th position with the 12X. And that's Louie Bellisle in the 50L running 5th. Rob Lozniak running with Glenn Boss. And then Mike Caprio, Wayne Rio, Charles Bellisle III, and the 11 of Cassidy. That's how the top 12 or 13 stack up at the present time. As the field looks to swap positions down the back stretch into turn number 3. Rob Lozniak a little loose. Lozniak starts spinning over a turn number 3. Finally stops spinning out of turn number 4. It has Crazy Charlie up alongside. That is Paul Dorothy and the 12 of Coates. Green flag coming back out as Howard Gernhardt looks to pick up where he left off. Crazy Charlie having a strong run with a 52. He's battling with the 40 of Paul Dorothy for that runner-up position. Black flag going out to Lozniak in the 66. That car showing some sparks from the tail end of that automobile. Out of turn number 4 continues to be Howard Gernhardt. Crazy Charlie continues to run second. Dorothy right there in 3rd is now Crazy Charlie in trouble. Crazy Charlie caught up high, looks to gather it back in. He's about 4 car lengths back from where he'd been running. Dorothy back up to second. That's Louie Bellisle in the 50L. Glenn Boss in the 11X and the 12X of Joey Coates. They're all running the top 5. That is Crazy Charlie in the 52. Halfway marker out coming up this time around. It'll be 8 down, 7 laps remaining. Nutmeg Challenge, Citco Petroleum Halfway Challenge going out to Howard Gernhardt. We've got trouble up on the front stretch. Lyle Wolfinger, the 30 of Kevin Mason. Marshall Brook in the 69 is right up inside the 2X of Scott Souza. Those second at points, running second out on the speedway. Paul Dorothy running in that 3rd spot with the 40, and then it's the 12X of Joey Coates, the 11X of Glenn Boss in the top 5. After that, it's Crazy Charlie and Charles Bellisle III, Pat Tonellin and Mike Caprio. Trouble through the turns. Paul Dorothy going around the field, forced to scatter. Nice piece of driving on all the drivers' parts as everybody continues on their way. We continue to run under green. Again, a nice piece of driving by all the drivers out in the field. Howard Gernhardt continues as your leader. 5 to go marker coming out this time around as Howard Gernhardt leading Louie Bellisle, Glenn Boss, Joey Coates, and Charles Bellisle III. trouble for your leader. Howard Gernhardt bobbles out of turn number 2 as Louie Bellisle looks to take over control. Bellisle challenged by Glenn Boss, as now Joey Coates going around with the 12X. Coates coming to a halt over in turn number 4. Caution is out on the speedway. Caution.
'94 and 50X. That'll be what? So that means Bellisle will be the winner? Or second? Okay. Glenn Boss doesn't figure yet? Okay. So who would be second? Yeah. Gabriel. All right.
White flag coming out this time around. Checker flag coming out this time around as Louie Bellisle looks to pick up the win. A couple cars in trouble out of turn number 4. Wayne Rio and the 23 of Danny Green.
The sponsors all helping Louie Bellisle's efforts, along with TLB. And how about the Oak Tree? Just to name a few of the sponsors on car number 50L. The Tangway Company also helping out as Louie Bellisle picks up his 3rd win of the year in tonight's second 15-lap limited Sportsman feature event. Once again sponsored by the fine folks at AC Delco and Acme Auto Parts stores. We're waiting for the best overall finish. We're guessing that the 11X of Glenn Boss, our defending track champion, will have the best overall finish. Finishing second best overall, we believe unofficially, will be Charlie Bailey in car number 94. And Louie Bellisle will unofficially finish in the 3rd best overall spot. But again, that's strictly unofficial till we can check the final standings. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's second 15-lap limited Sportsman feature event, as Louie Bellisle picks up yet another win. Louie, I'll tell you, you've come a long way this season. The car's been running extremely strong, and you've been right there to challenge at every opportunity. What do we got? A new revived Louie Bellisle?
Sure, why not?
You know, you got a lot of sponsorship on the car. You seem to have a lot of help in the pit area. That's got to make your job just a little bit easier.
Yeah, it does.
How do you explain the extra speed this year? You got a brand new car. It seemed to be fast right out of the box, and it's going to continue on that way?
Yep, I hope so.
You know, you've been running right in the thick of the point battles. You're running second. Quite possibly may have taken over the lead tonight. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yep, sure does.
Unofficially, you finished 3rd overall best in the twin 15-lappers. So again, a few extra points, some extra money coming your way. It's got to help your efforts just a bit more.
Yeah, sure does.
You know, Louie, again, congratulations. I know you want to get out there and party with the boys and the crew. Again, thank you very much. Congratulations. Enjoy your feature win as the victory lane ceremonies continue.